Edgar Allan Poe. Edgar Allan Poe was an American writer, poet, critic, and editor in the 19th century, best known for his evocative short stories and poems that captured the interest of readers worldwide. He is widely recognized as one of the central figures of Romanticism and Gothic fiction in the United States. Edgar Allan Poe was born in Boston in 1809. Both of his parents were actors. His father abandoned in the family when Edgar was very young, and his mother died of tuberculosis when he was only 2 years old. Edgar was taken in by the successful Richmond merchant John Allan and his wife Frances. They raised Edgar as part of the family and give him their middle name, but they never legally adopt him. Later in life, he enrolled at the University of Virginia at the age of 17. He couldn't finish his university studies because Edgar was in debt. Allan and Edgar argue about the debt, many of which were due to gambling. Poe pursued a career as a writer and editor. He publishes some of his best-known stories and poems, including The Fall of the House of Usher, The Telltale Heart, and The Raven. Also, when he was 27, he married his 30-year-old cousin, who later died of tuberculosis. And because of this, he struggled with depression and alcoholism. Poe's work as an editor, poet, and critic had a profound impact on American and international literature. His stories mark him as one of the originators of both horror and detective fiction. His exploration of psychology horror has influenced the way subsequent authors delve into the complexity of the human mind, making him a pivotal figure in Gothic and horror literature. The Raven. The Raven is a narrative poem written by Edgar Allan Poe, first published in 1845. It is his most famous poetic composition, as it brought him international recognition. Its musicality, style, language, and supernatural atmosphere are remarkable. The poem explores how grief can overcome a person's ability to live in the present and engage with society. The characters in The Raven are only the speaker and the bird. The speaker is alone, and it can be assumed that he wants to kill himself in isolation. The speaker is kept in the grip of grief from the loss of his love. He seems to want to be kept company with only his memories and his grief over his wife. The main conflict in this work is internal. The narrator is torn between his overwhelming grief and his desperate hope of somehow being reunited with his love. At first, he tries to find a logical explanation for the Raven's presence, but his inner turmoil leads him to project his own fears in despair onto the bird. Not to mention that the poem uses an intricate and repetitive rhythm scheme. The internal rhythm contributes to the musicality and haunting nature of the poem. The constant rhythm emphasizes the narrator's obsession thought.